Hey, AMCATs and St. Bernards. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Right now, I'm going to give you guys this text. I'm going to read it aloud to you. It's called The Butterfly Life Cycle. And so do your best to read along with me and listen because your work today is going to be all about the butterfly life cycle. Now, think back to this winter. We, in science, we covered a unit on insect life cycles. So some of the insects that we might have talked about include butterflies and other insects like ants. And so you're going to see a lot of familiar vocabulary words, images that you might have seen back in the winter time when we covered this unit. So you guys are almost like experts on this already. So I'm going to read this text aloud to you, and later on your work is going to show me what you know and you remember from this unit. So again, do your best to listen and follow along in this text. This is the butterfly life cycle. Our words to know are larva, life cycle, mate, molting, pupa, and stages. And then we have our sections here in the table of contents, the life cycle, egg, pupa, and adult butterfly. The life cycle. A monarch butterfly has 4 stages in its life cycle. They are egg, caterpillar, pupa, and adult. A butterfly's body goes through big changes at each stage in its development. So we learned this in our science unit that some insects experience a 4-stage life cycle. And so in this case, the butterfly starts out as an egg, becomes a caterpillar, pupa, and then an adult butterfly. Another word for caterpillar would be larva. So think back to when we were talking about ants and other insects, we used the word larva instead of caterpillar. In this case, for a butterfly, the egg becomes a caterpillar, but other insects, we just call this caterpillar, we would just call it a larva. You're also going to hear the word chrysalis used today. And so a pupa, a butterfly pupa is actually called a chrysalis. So if you hear that, just think pupa. Again, if you hear caterpillar, you're thinking this is the same thing as a larva. Egg. A female monarch butterfly lays an oval-shaped egg on the bottom of a leaf. She might lay several hundred eggs in her lifetime. A caterpillar or larva grows inside the tiny egg. The egg hatches in 3 to 12 days. So here's the egg, and then the larva or the caterpillar hatches from the egg. It says a young caterpillar hatches from its egg. A female monarch butterfly usually lays only 1 egg on a leaf. The hungry caterpillar eats constantly. It needs a lot of food to grow. First, the caterpillar eats its own eggshell. It also eats another egg on the same leaf. Then the caterpillar eats the leaf it is on. Caterpillars don't drink. They get all the water they need from their food. So caterpillar's job, once it hatches, is to eat and eat. The caterpillar grows quickly, but its skin does not grow. The caterpillar's old skin splits and peels away in a process called molting. The caterpillar will shed its old skin many times in this stage. The time between each molting is called an instar. So it says the caterpillar puts down sticky silk. The silk keeps the old skin in place while the caterpillar wiggles out of it. So it's this like shedding or molting process. Later on in a video, the wildcat video that you're going to watch, you're going to see this molting process and how it eventually turns into the chrysalis or the pupa. It says, new skin is under the old skin. It is soft at first, but soon hardens. The caterpillar sheds its skin 4 to 6 times and eats the old skin each time. The caterpillar grows for 2 to 4 weeks. The more it eats, the more it can grow after each molting. It says, do you know monarch caterpillars only eat the leaves of the milkweed plant? The caterpillar's bright black and yellow colors warn animals away that they will get sick if they eat it. Pupa. When the caterpillar is grown, it hangs from the branch to prepare the biggest change of all. It molts one last time. The new skin is bright green and resembles a leaf. Says the caterpillar's skin splits down its back like a zipper. So again, you'll see this at the beginning of our video later. The skin sheds or molts one last time into this chrysalis. This green skin hardens around the caterpillar to protect it from predators as it changes inside. The caterpillar becomes a pupa or chrysalis. It will stay inside its shell for 1 to 2 weeks. During this time, its body is completely transformed. The green color helps the caterpillar hide from other animals. So this is kind of like camouflage. It almost looks like a leaf in a tree. So animals would have a harder time finding it. Adult butterfly. An adult butterfly emerges from the shell. Its wet wings are folded against its body. The butterfly breathes in air to make its body bigger. Then the shell splits so the butterfly can climb out. So here is the butterfly emerging from the chrysalis. The butterfly must hang upside down to rest and gain its strength, or will not be able to fly. Blood pumping into the wings causes them to unfold and spread out. While the butterfly hangs, it pushes blood into its wings. So after it emerges from the chrysalis, it needs to rest. The butterfly hangs for several hours. The sun and air dries its delicate wings. A butterfly has 2 pairs of wings that are covered in scales. The wings in the front often have a slightly different pattern from the pair in the back. When a butterfly rests, it holds its wings up. The color on the wings are usually similar to each other. Most monarch butterfly wings are about 4 inches or 10 centimeters from tip to tip. Once the butterfly is able to fly, it flies off to eat. Unlike the caterpillar, a butterfly does not eat leaves. Instead, it sips nectar from flowers. It also searches for a mate. Monarch butterflies drink nectar, a sweet liquid made by plants, with a long tongue-shaped like a tube. So this is that tube it's talking about, and that's how he drinks. It's the nectar from the flower. Adult butterflies do not grow. They conserve their energy for flying and laying eggs. Females are usually bigger than males and have wider stripes on their wings. The last monarchs of the season will migrate or move to a warmer place in the late summer. These few butterflies will survive the winter until they can return home and find a mate. A monarch butterfly usually lives for 2 to 6 weeks. After she finds a mate, the female lays her eggs and starts the butterfly life cycle all over again. So, guys, just like the other cycles that we've talked about in science and social studies, like calendars and seasons, this life cycle continues and repeats over and over again. So the adult female lays eggs. Those eggs hatch into caterpillars, which grow into pupa. And then again, it emerges as an adult butterfly that can lay eggs. The interesting thing that this text talks about is how monarch butterflies are actually butterflies that can migrate. They migrate or move to warmer places. So like up north, they'll move down south so they can survive the winter. Today in that video that I mentioned earlier, you're going to see some more information and learn some more information about the migration of the monarch butterfly. All right, AMCATs and St. Bernards, you have a little bit of work to do, some questions and some practice. I will be checking all of your work by the end of the day today, so please make sure you work hard and get everything done, and you are amazing for Miss Fabiani. All right, have a great rest of your day, and again, I'll be checking your work soon.